Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel to Only Movies, and today we're going to be talking about that they just announced a cast for the new X-Men reboot for Cyclops. Since we're going to talk about this, also what I want to talk about is what I want the MCU to do for the X-Men reboot. I don't want them to pull off the same what they did with the Fox universe. I know they have so many plans for this X-Men universe, well, not X-Men universe, for this Marvel universe, for their reboot, their soft reboot and all, because the next saga is gonna be the Mutant Saga. So what I want them to do for this Mutant Saga, for this new X-Men, what I want them to do is something different, something big for them. I know they have a long plans for it, but I want them to do something that will be really great for these new young cast for these X-Men. So we all know that they already casted Jean Grey. Sadie Sink is gonna be Jean Grey, of course, and of course they announced that it's gonna be Emma Frost, and then they just announced Kit Connor, who's gonna be playing as Cyclops, which I don't think is a bad choice. I seen him from the movie Warfare, but I haven't seen him from other films or any other project. But I hear he's a really great actor. He looks like he could be a great leader for the X-Men. Just build him up little by little, compared to, I know what everyone was disappointed from the X-Men's Fox Universe Cyclops, which he wasn't the leader, he wasn't the way the Cyclops supposed to be. That's why everyone was so disappointed about for the Fox Universe one. But for this one, hopefully they do build him up, do a better job. Since they're very young cast, he's 2 years younger than Sadie Sink, so I think it's still a perfect match. They're in the 20s, so that means they're gonna build him off. That little by little build him up to become the leader, and that's what we all want. We want Cyclops to be the leader, and that's what they were missing in the Fox one. So for this one, hopefully they do build it. But for my thoughts, what I want the MCU to do, hopefully Marvel can listen, Disney listen, Kevin Feige, please listen. What I want them to do for the first X-Men film, I don't want them to face off Magneto. I know they did that so many times in the Fox universe that they faced off Magneto. I love Magneto. Don't get me wrong. I love him. He's a great villain for the X-Men, but I feel like we've seen him so much. We've seen him do his thing so many times. What I want them to do for their first face off to be, it's not a big villain threat. I want them to face off their own kind of people, own mutants. Face off little ones, the Brotherhood. Face them off like people like they're around their age or a little tougher and stuff, so they could learn that, okay, they gotta learn to control their powers, to learn how to work as a team, work together and all, instead of like, oh, they know everything is like right away and this and that, and like they face them off. No, I want them to learn their ways and listen to Professor X and stuff, learn how to become the heroes they're supposed to be. Like Cyclops, he has to learn how he has to become the leader. Jean Grey, she has to be learning how to control her powers and work with her team, and of course the other characters, the other X-Men. Of course, they're saying we're gonna get Rogue, Beast, of course Emma Frost, and then hopefully we get Angel and then Nightcrawler. So hopefully by them we could learn their characters and build them up little by little. And then by the end of the film, they could announce like, okay, Magneto was behind it. He's gonna be the next villain for their next film in the second one. And by the time they're facing him, because he's gonna be a big threat. Because Magneto, of course, he's a huge threat. They could face him off and stuff. And then, but I don't want them to kill off Magneto. Of course, I'm not saying that kill him off or anything. He just loses. But the real big bad person, it's like build him up little by little for this next villain, and the so he loses, and the actual villain who was behind all this was Mr. Sinister. I want to see Mr. Sinister because we haven't seen him. They've been teasing Mr. Sinister for a long time in the Fox universe, from of course the after the First Class, I believe it was, or Days of Future Past, and all these other ones, all the X-Men ones, and we haven't got Mr. Sinister. I want him to be in the third one because we all know what he's gonna do. What's his plan? He's been watching over Cyclops and Jean, and that's what he's been doing, watching them over when they were first started as Professor X student, and little by little going up to become the heroes they are. And once he does that, he does his thing and all, and then he, of course, we all know his story and all. He takes away Jean, clones her, does something to do, and then of course in the background, who's gonna be their next main villain is gonna be Apocalypse. He was actually the one behind all this, so he could be in the next film by the fourth or fifth one. But like I said, I just want them to build him up little by little. Don't face them off with Magneto first. I want them little mutants who are are strong, but like kind of street level, and build them up, and then face off with Magneto, and then Magneto works with the X-Men to face off Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse, because they're gonna be a huge threat. They're gonna be big for them. Because of course, for Magneto, I do want to see him face off with the Avengers for this reboot one. So I want him to face off with the Avengers, but in their way, so we could see him face off with Captain America, Iron Man, because I know they said they're gonna have a younger cast for them too, and have them a reboot. So for this X-Men one, I want them to do that. I don't want them to be right away, okay, Magneto's the villain, this and that, because we've seen it so many times, and like I said, I do love Magneto, but I don't want them to bring him up, especially with Wolverine. I know people are saying, let's just bring Wolverine in the background. So for me, Wolverine, yes, he could be in the background. He could arrive by the fourth film. Say like he works with Apocalypse and stuff, he's been brainwashed or something, because I do love Wolverine. I love Hugh Jackman, the way he portrayed Wolverine and all, but with this, if they're gonna get younger cast for this one, I say just wait for him to bring him up later on in the future, because of course he's gonna be there for a long
Straight
time.
it is. Fox killed him. Disney brought him back. They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
So they want to do a solo film for him, maybe a show, who knows. He's gonna be the main focus, because then I know they want him to face off the Hulk and a few other Avengers characters and all this stuff. But as of right now, I just wanted to mainly focus the first class, the first X-Men team up. So like I said, the Cyclops, Jean Grey, Rogue, Beast, Angel, Nightcrawler. And then later, little by little, in the next film and stuff, they'll have more class, more students, once his schools become bigger and stuff. And then that's when they have they bring different kind of characters, different heroes and stuff, and bring up Storm as well, because of course I want her to show off in hopefully in Black Panther 3, and then she could work with the X-Men to learn how to control her powers with Professor X and all that. So I don't want them to just, okay, right away, big threats. No, just little by little, like street level, kind of like how Spider-Man is. It's like just small ones, and then little by little, they once they learn to become the team and stuff, then they could do big threats. But that is my thought. I know it's like, hopefully they don't do like the big same mistake with Fox Universe, and not to do Dark Phoenix. Like, of course they have to bring in Dark Phoenix, but not to make a film of Dark Phoenix. They could do Sadie Singh's character, Jean Grey, hasn't controlled her powers, and then the Dark Phoenix come out and stuff, especially when the Mr. Sinister comes up and stuff. That will be a perfect time. Not to do forcing it off like the mistake what they did with The Last Stand and the final X-Men film, The Dark Phoenix. That's what we don't want either. Just bring her a little bit and do their thing, but I know Marvel could do a great job with this, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But that is all I have. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea, Marvel MCU should do for the X-Men reboot? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.